Today we're going to compare the Uppababy Minu V2 and the Ergobaby Metro Plus, two sturdier than average ultra compacts that we've had interest from viewers to pit against each other. So let's jump straight into it then, looking at the advantages and disadvantages of each model in turn, and focusing on their differences in terms of child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics, before ending with a discussion of under what conditions and uses one might make a better purchase over the other. And starting off with the Minu V2, the model clocks in at 7.6 kilos and folds down to 32 by 52 by 58 centimeters. It can take 22 kilos in the seat and 9 kilos in the underslung shopping basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Minu V2 seat has both a decent upright position as well as a semi-recline that, though not fully flat, is still sufficient for napping. Size-wise, the Minu V2 seat measures 34 centimeters in width and 80 centimeters in length for the sitting surface, determined by adding up the lengths of the backboard, baseboard, and leg rest, as well as having a longer length of 123 centimeters when taking into account space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest. As far as other aspects of the seat are concerned, the Minu V2 has an extendable canopy that provides good sun coverage, though I'd note that the fabric in the back doesn't tuck away as tightly as it ought to in my opinion, and can sometimes feel a little messy to deal with, at least when the model is folded. One of the major positives with the Minu V2 is that, for the newborn period, the model is capable of taking Uppababy's full-size and overnight-approved bassinet, which can definitely be an asset both for travel, as well as if you're looking to use the Minu V2 as your main stroller. As far as parent comfort is concerned, the Minu V2 has a fixed handle height of 104 centimeters and a large and easily accessible shopping basket. Folding the model is a simple process that can be accomplished with one hand, though the folded dimensions are pretty bulky versus other ultra compacts, and while the Minu V2 has both a handle and a shoulder strap, it's not the sort of model that you'll want to have to carry around for long periods. In addition, when folded down, the Minu V2 also unfortunately doesn't fit within the IATA's guidelines for cabin luggage, meaning that you'll likely have to gate check it with a lot of airlines. As far as how the Minu V2 feels to use, the model has a sturdy, rigid feel, not loose side to side, and also has both above average suspension for a stroller of this size and larger than average rear wheels that further contribute to shock absorption as well as easier curb popping. The Minu V2 is of course not built for any real off-roading, but can handle gravel, dirt roads, broken sidewalks, and so on without either feeling too jittery, thanks to that shock absorption, as well as without the risk of loosening up too much as a result of wear, if you need to traverse such conditions as an everyday thing. Moving on, the Metro Plus clocks in at a slightly heavier 7.8 kilos, but folds down to a smaller 54 by 44 by 25 centimeters. It can take the same 22 kilos in the seat, but at 4.5 kilos has half the weight capacity in the underslung shopping basket. In terms of child comfort, the Metro Plus has a slightly more sloped upright position, though not too bad, and a much deeper near-flat recline. Size-wise, it's equally as wide as the Minu V2 and has a longer sitting surface of 89 centimeters, which is the result of both a taller backboard as well as a longer leg rest. Though, when taking into account space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame mounted footrest, it's a bit shorter, at 113 centimeters. As far as other aspects of the seat go, the Metro Plus's canopy is a bit shorter than on the Minu V2, unfortunately, and while it's not as messy with the extra textiles, it doesn't provide as good sun coverage. For the newborn period, there's no bassinet available for the Metro Plus, but the model's recline is already deep enough for infants, and a newborn apron is also tucked in under the leg rest. When it comes to parent comfort, unlike the Minu V2, the Metro Plus's handle is adjustable, between 97 and 106 centimeters in height, though the shopping basket is a bit smaller and shallower than the Minu V2's and not quite as easy to access. Folding the Metro Plus is accomplished in a similar manner to the Minu V2, though the process takes 2 steps instead of 1, and pressing the model together at the end is rather difficult without using both hands. When folded, the Metro Plus is smaller than the Minu V2, fitting within the IATA's cabin luggage guidelines. As far as the feel of using the Metro Plus goes, the model has a similarly rigid, substantial feel with thick bars and good cross support, though its tight-fitting, overlapped components do tend to creak a bit if you don't lubricate the model. And on top of this, the Metro Plus has smaller front wheels than the Minu V2 and less shock absorption, which makes it both jittery and hard to maneuver over the same sort of bumpier ground that the Minu V2 is capable of handling much better. So which one of these should you get then? Both of these are well-built models in my opinion, with the Metro Plus being a little more internally complex mechanically and thus a tad weaker, but with both models actually being stronger than the majority of other ultra compacts out there. In general, I think the Minu V2 has an edge for daily use, with its better terrain versatility and storage capacity, while the Metro Plus is a bit better for travel, with its more comfortable napping surface, being longer and having a deeper recline, its inbuilt newborn capability, and its smaller folded dimensions. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as this sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about either of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.